Hello, people. Welcome to the Creator of Bricks, and today I have a review for the Green Lantern Kyle Rayner and Kilowog 2-pack. So I pre-ordered this in February, and it came in today on Easter Day. Yeah, here's the two of them right here, and yeah, let's look over them. And you know what? Something I want to mention before I look at the figures. This is how many twist ties were in this box. There's like 10 twist ties on these figures. And people have mentioned before that Todd is crazy when it comes to twist ties, and he really is. This is insane for two figures. Todd does not care about any turtles whatsoever. If anything, these are nuisance for the turtles. Say, come over and swim, and yeah, carry yourself, guys. Yeah, he really needs to dial it back with the twist ties. I spent 6 minutes cutting ties, and I was playing the Green Lantern theme as I was opening these, and I'm like, oh my god, this is taking forever to cut these. But yeah, anyway. So first figure up, we're going to look at Kyle first. So here he is. This is his classic 90s attire. His mostly black outfit with the white sort of square here. And this time they got him in dark green. Last time they made him a light green, and it was a Target exclusive. But yeah, here he is. You can see the sculpting here. That's some nice sculpting to the boots that aren't there in the books, I don't think. Still looks good though. I love this body buck that they've been using for the Green Lantern figures. They've used it for a couple Kyle Rayners. They have a Blue Lantern Kyle they did, the Blackest Night Kyle, which I'll compare later on to this one, and then they've used it for Sinestro, and then the upcoming John Stewart is going to have this body as well. So it's a very good body. It moves well, and it just looks good. Got all the texturing on it. You can see how much is going on right there. And yeah, I just really like this body. I like how much is inside it in terms of sculpting, and I really like this buck. But yeah, in terms of posability, so you get this right here, it goes up that much and then down that much, so it's pretty good down. Up could be better. That's always something I've thought about with this head, is the head could be better, but it works well with Sinestro, so you know. But yeah, I always loved this smiling head sculpt. I know that for the other one from the Target exclusive figure, they made him have a stone kind of face, where he's just stern looking with a bit of stubble. But I do like this more. I love the smile on this guy. Yeah, anyway, so this body gets this much in terms of back. And forward, you get, let's see if I can really push it here, get more out of it. You get that much out of the body. So good, could be better, but I think that's pretty good out of this body. Can't really get much back and forth, but it does what is it called? This, I believe, is a 90-degree angle, 85-degree angle, the right angle here. Double jointed arms, like that. Let me see if I can completely push them forward. So bottom first, and like that. So yeah, you can do it like that. Gets great bend. The hand with the wrists, you get this much down, this much up, and then pretty much the same way on either side if you want to twist it. So you can get like that or like that. So there's that. For the arms, it's like that on both sides. No QC issues on this one, and like I could twist it like that and nothing's gonna happen, so that's good. That's something I've been liking about McFarlane lately, is they haven't been as brittle as they have in the past. They've been more sturdy, and they haven't broke as much, so that's great. I'm loving that. But and then in terms of thigh, you get this much here, this much in terms of bending there for the knees. For the ankles, you get this much back, that much forward toe. So there you go. There's the articulation on this guy. And he's just a very, very nice figure, and he looks nice. Big fan of this outfit for Kyle as well. Then for accessories, we have the power battery. Still not a solid color, but it does look better in a darker green. These constructs are more in line with other lanterns in terms of color, with the darker green. That's how John and Hal's constructs looked. They were like this for the other figures, so that's nice. Then you also get the sword from the Blackest Night figure, except in darker green this time. so that's nice. Then you get a samurai sword right here. It's a nicely done sword. You get some sculpting there. And then you get this fist hand and a nice little detail they put on this. You can see the Green Lantern logo there, even though I'm not capturing it the best. You can see the shape there, but it is a metallic green paint job they did. As you can see, you see a little bit of skin poking out. It's not that like that on the other hand, but on this one, unfortunately, there's a little bit of skin peeking out towards the circle part of the logo. And the paint on the hand is a little messy here, but it does do its job. But yeah, it's molded in green. But yeah, those are the accessories for Kyle. And then for Kyle's card, you get this. This is a nice 90s era Kyle Rayner card. I think I might be wrong. Is this from I think it might be from Emerald Twilight. I don't. No, it can't be because you didn't get it till the end of that. Yeah, here's the bio if you want to read it. Here's the big boy, Kilowog. Kind of funny how we got two characters with the same first letter in their name, and a 2-pack is a little tricky. It's easy to get confused trying to say the names with Kilowog and Kyle. But yeah, here he is. He looks good. A lot of people were complaining about the texturing on him, but I'm always for texturing, and yeah, I mean the little extra lines right here, maybe not my favorite, but I'm always a big fan of texturing. So the texturing I don't mind, but like I said, the extra lines could be a problem for people, and I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I think they suit the look well. So yeah, I think it looks good in my opinion. And then there's a light green wash. A lot of people I saw said it didn't look good, and I've seen people think it's yellow. It is not yellow. It is in fact light green that they put a wash over it with. But I do think it looks really good. Another part I think looks really good is the logo. The logo is painted on really, really crisply. There is no blurring that I see at all. I think there's a white dot right there. I think that's either the light or that was just a light. But yeah, you can see how crisply done the logo is done right here. I do prefer my 3-dimensional sculpted logos, but this does look really, really good. How this is done. It is a really well done logo for Kilowog. The ring is also well done. You can see the logo in there, and it just how light bounces off this thing is really nice, and it's really well sculpted, and the color of green on there is really nice too. Even though it looks darker on camera, it's more of a light metallic green, I would say. It looks really good on camera actually though. A really nice ring. So yeah, there's the ring, and yeah, it really looks good when the light catches it right. But for articulation on Kilowog, you get, in terms of head, you get this much up, and that's pretty. It's almost like it's a single joint, but I know it's a double joint up there. But you get this much up, which is kind of disappointing, and then down you get a little bit more. So it could be better. If you modify it, I'm sure you can get more out of it. But that's what you get on the base here. In terms of the torso, you get this much back. Move the arm so you can see the range there. You get this much back, which is incredible. And then crunching, you get, here, let's see if I can push it right there. And that's how much you get forward. That's actually pretty much the same amount that Kyle got, so that's interesting. Also, this figure is a little bit reused from the Beast Boy Build-A-Figure. If you look at the trunks here, you can see this little line right there, that little patch. That is remains from the Beast Boy Build-A-Figure. I don't have the rest of this Build-A-Figure, but you can see it's the same sculpting, same texture and everything. That's the base for this. I don't know if they used any more parts from Beast Boy for this thing, but yeah, I definitely noticed that when I picked up the figure and was looking at photos that the trunks were reused. But besides that, I don't really think you can notice any reuse. But it is kind of random having that square there. So that is something also. In terms of the arms, you get this much back, this much forward, and then up goes that much, and then you get the bicep swivel, so that's good too. Single jointed elbows, and you get the rotation here. It's not your typical McFarlane joint there. I do prefer the balls for McFarlane, but I will take the hinge there. So that is that. The legs, the articulation isn't my favorite there either, particularly at the top here. I mean, you get this much thigh in, and then out you don't really get much, but you get a little bit in. But the forward isn't my favorite. It's really restricted, and it does feel like I'm gonna end up ripping it if I push it too much. So that is something too. But yeah, and then it goes out this much right here. And then in terms of double joints on the knees, they work well. Again, on the boots, you get a single hinge instead of the ball that most McFarlanes have. You get this much down, and then you get this much up. So up's pretty good. And then you get this in terms of pivot. There's that. And then your great toe there. It is a really, really obvious pin there. I wish they would have done a green pin for the toes, but you know, not everything was perfect. But that'll come back later with the price. I'll talk about that as well. Yeah, and then for accessories, you get Kilowog's power battery. It looks okay. I don't remember how Kilowog's power battery looks, so it might be how this looks. But I don't particularly remember his power battery. But yeah, there it is. It's a very big power battery. Like if I compare it to Kyle's, it's like twice the size of that power battery. So yeah, it's a big power battery right there. Like if I compare it to his head as well. And he also gets the hammer. Kilowog is very well known for his hammer usage. Green Lanterns are pretty uncreative with their constructs. Kilowog's like hammers. John's like guns and tanks, and then Hal Jordan's like fists of fury. But yeah, there's the accessories for Kilowog, and then here's Kilowog's card right here. It's a very interesting image there. Something that did stand out to me is real name N/A. I believe that's not known, but it says his real name is not known apparently, but I'm pretty sure his name is Kilowog, if I'm right. I think that's what his real name is, so I don't know why they would say it's not available. Something else with this 2-pack that I mentioned earlier is price. This 2-pack is $70. When in the past, the last 2-pack that they did with Superman and Doomsday, that was exclusive to Target, was $60. Which was very reasonable since the price tag for a mega figure is $40 and then a regular figure is $20. So I get the price on that. So I was like, all right, that's fair. $70 was pushing it, but I am a Green Lantern fan, so I did end up getting this. But I do understand if people are put off by the fact this is $70. But you do, I will say, you get a good amount of stuff with this. Like you get the hammer with Kilowog, the battery, the armor here, 2 swords, an extra hand, and then a power battery. But I do miss the McFarlane 2-packs having the bases, like for instance, Devastator and Superman having the little rock base, the Hush and Batman having the Jason Todd Grave base, and then like what else? The Green Lantern 2-pack has the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and Dawnbreaker 2-pack has the green base that they gave it. So I do miss those, and I wish there would have been something with this. But you know, it's nice enough nonetheless. But $70 is a bit much because mega figures are supposed to be $40, and then regular figures are supposed to be $20. But I guess you could maybe make the argument for $25 because of how many accessories they gave Kyle. But still, I would have preferred $60. But the $70 is not my favorite, but I'm able to kind of live with myself. It's not like it's $80 or anything. If it was anything more than $70, I would not have bought this at all. But yeah, that's what I have to say about the price. Not my favorite, but I was able to swallow the pill that it had. Also, very interesting thing I noticed as well that I forgot. He doesn't have white gloves. Kilowog's supposed to have white gloves. It reminds me of a Green Lantern the animated series, though, so I don't have a problem with it though. I'm a big fan of Green Lantern the animated series. But yeah. Alright, so figure comparison time. So here is Parallax with Kilowog and Kyle. You got a very 90s flavor, finally, for me. I was able to finally acquire Parallax, and now I have the Kyle Rayner, because I didn't get the first of either of them. But since Todd likes to reuse and re-release figures, and everyone doesn't like that all the time, sometimes it's a good thing, though, for me, because I missed a figure the first time around, and then I'm like, darn. And then Todd's like, here you go from the heavens. Here's another version of the character you wanted. Here, you're welcome. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. I think these two are better versions of their first counterparts. So, yeah, here's these two together. Yeah, it's very cool to have these two together, finally. And then here's Kyle Rayner with Hal Jordan and also Kilowog. This is a very nice, a very nice view here with all three of these. Here they are with Atrocitus. Atrocitus is actually a slight bit taller than Kilowog, but yeah, it scales well, I think. And then here they are with the other person that uses this body, Thal Sinestro of the Sinestro Corps. Here they are together. This is very, very nice to see as well. And then here is Kyle Rayner and Kilowog next to Flash. This is the stand-in for Wally West for now, but they are coming out with the Wally West single release soon, which is on this body. So here's how you could possibly see that working out here. But yeah, I've always found Wally West and Kyle Rayner's relationship interesting, of being very annoyed with each other at first to becoming kind of friendly with the yeah. But there they are right now. Here's Kyle Rayner with Kyle Rayner. Here they both are. You got the Blackest Night Kyle that I painted up to be a metallic green, and it's actually not too far off of a green from this one, actually, except it's reflective. But yeah, there they are. I do prefer this suit, but yeah, there they are, and they are using the same head sculpt, so it's kind of interesting. Actually, I kind of want to see what this head looks like that I painted on the 90s one. Actually, I think this is what I might just do. Actually, I really like the reflective mask on this body. I like that. I think this is how I'm going to keep it, actually. And actually, here's a comparison with the Doomsday and Superman compared to the Kilowog and Kyle. So for $60, you got Doomsday and Superman, which is pretty comparable to Kilowog and Kyle, because a lot of this is reused, and some of these parts are actually reused from Devastator. So there's a considerable amount of reuse in both of these. But something with this Superman that was a big controversy was he didn't come with fists. But with this Kyle, you get all this extra stuff for $70. So I find that interesting. How he got one extra pair of hands, I believe, with the Superman, but you didn't get fists, and that's interesting. And then I did paint up Doomsday as well, but yeah. So would you rather less accessories for $60, but you get both of these for $10 cheaper, or extra accessories for $10 more? Just an interesting question. I forgot to mention this. So you actually can. I didn't show the accessories in Kilowog's hand, but it's actually very easy to get these in hold on. As I say that, it's hard for me. But yeah, it's a very soft plastic for Kilowog's hands, so you can actually bend them. So if you want to, you can put the accessories in if you bend them. Here, come on, go fight me now. There we go. Yeah, so it's a rubbery kind of hard plastic, but it's very easy to get stuff into Kilowog's hands. To which I thought it would be a very pain, or it would be a pain to do that, but they actually got it to be very successful to try to get in there. And he is actually one of the few mega figures to come with accessories. The only other ones that I can think of that came with accessories are Darkseid and Steppenwolf with the spears and axe, respectively. And actually, I think this is the most in a mega figure has had accessories is 2 accessories. So yeah, that's also something as well. Also, once again, I forgot to put Jon Stewart in the video for comparisons. So yeah, here's Jon Stewart next to Kilowog and not Guy, Kyle. We do actually need a guy though. And then here is the other Lantern I always forget because he's on my Justice League Society shelf. So yeah, there they are together. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to talk about is I actually love that they put Mogo on the background of the packaging for the 2-pack. I love these backgrounds for the 2-packs. I just wish they would stop gluing the things to them so I could have this as a background for a display. But yeah, I just love that they included Mogo because on the last 2-pack they included a background of Oa, but now we got Mogo, and I think it's cool. And if they hadn't put the card packaging there, you could maybe cut that out and put it over your Green Lantern display and have a little cardboard cutout of Mogo for your display, which I thought that would have been cool, but they put the card packaging over it. You know what? Since I got it out, this is going to be the background for the end of the review. So yeah, my overall thoughts are I think these two are great figures. Maybe a bit much for the price, but you can maybe consider some things about it. You can make your own decision on whether or not you think the value is there. I think these two are great though. They got good paint and no QC issues, which that was a problem with the Doomsday 2-pack too. With Doomsday kind of have loose legs and kind of just flopping everywhere. So that's also something is nothing like that with this 2-pack. So you can have your own thoughts about it, price wise, and but I do think the quality is there, and yeah, you just gotta make your own decision on whether or not you think the value is there or not. But I do recommend it to anyone who's a Green Lantern fan and wants the classic Kyle, and you think Kilowog would be a nice bonus since you already want Kyle, and you don't want to pay too much on the aftermarket for the other Kyle Rayner. And I just think the green on this is better anyway, and it matches. So you gotta make your own decision on that. But yeah, that's how I feel about the 2-pack. If you like this video, leave a like. But yeah, that's my thoughts.